The subconscious mind, though unseen, is a vast and powerful force shaping every moment of our lives. It is like the silent ocean beneath the surface of our conscious awareness, deep, mysterious, and infinitely potent. In the book The Subconscious Mind, we are invited to take a journey inward, not merely to understand this hidden realm but to awaken to its immense potential. The author doesn't present the subconscious as a mystical phenomenon detached from our daily experiences, but rather as the most intimate part of who we are, always present, always responsive, and always creating, even when we are unaware. At its core, the book teaches that our subconscious mind is a mirror to the beliefs we hold most deeply, regardless of whether we planted those beliefs consciously or absorbed them unconsciously from our upbringing, environment, or repetitive thoughts. It does not reason or judge, it accepts whatever we repeatedly tell it as truth. Imagine a child being told over and over again that they are not good enough. Those words, though perhaps thrown carelessly by a frustrated adult, sink deep and form a belief. That belief becomes a lens through which the child views the world. Every failure is evidence of unworthiness, every success is dismissed as luck. But the beauty of the subconscious mind, as the book explains, is that it can be reprogrammed. Just as negative beliefs can be embedded, empowering truths can be installed through intentional affirmation, visualization, and emotional engagement. One of the most powerful insights shared in the book is that emotion is the language of the subconscious. It is not logic or facts that mold our inner mind, it is the feelings we attach to our thoughts. For example, a person who constantly worries about financial insecurity might say, "I'll never have enough money." Even if this isn't objectively true, the emotional energy behind that worry impresses the subconscious deeply. Over time, the subconscious begins to create circumstances that reinforce that belief, not out of malice, but because it thinks this is what the person truly desires. It's the message it has been given most consistently. But what happens when we start speaking to our subconscious with love, clarity, and vision? What happens when we begin each day affirming, "I am worthy. I am capable. I am deeply supported by life"? The book shares countless stories of people who transformed their lives simply by changing their inner dialogue. There's the story of a woman burdened with chronic illness who, after years of hopelessness, began visualizing herself as vibrant, whole, and alive. Every day she fed her mind this image, despite pain, despite doubt. Over months, her health began to improve. While science might search for concrete explanations, the book gently reminds us, the body listens to the mind, and the mind listens to the heart. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. This truth is both sobering and empowering. If we are constantly imagining worst-case scenarios, filled with fear and scarcity, our subconscious accepts that as our reality and sets out to fulfill it. But if we dare to dream, vividly, emotionally, and consistently, our subconscious begins to bring those dreams to life. The book references athletes who, before ever stepping into the arena, mentally rehearse their victories in complete detail. They see themselves crossing the finish line, hear the crowd cheering, feel the sweat and triumph. Their bodies follow the blueprint laid by the mind. Success is first lived within, and then it manifests in the world. Another profound message is the importance of mental stillness in meditation. In a world of noise, distraction, and external pressure, our subconscious often gets drowned out by the chatter of the conscious mind. But in silence, in stillness, we begin to hear its whispers. The book encourages readers to cultivate a daily practice of quieting the mind, of sitting in reflective awareness, and allowing the deeper wisdom within to rise. This is where intuition speaks. This is where inner guidance is heard. It is not about forcing answers, but allowing them to emerge from the deep well within us. The author also explores the power of forgiveness, not just of others, but of ourselves. Many of us carry subconscious guilt, shame, or regret that weighs heavily on our hearts. These emotions act as energetic blocks, interrupting the flow of abundance, joy, and love. Through guided exercises and reflective journaling, the book offers a gentle path toward releasing these burdens. One moving example shared is of a man who, for decades, blamed himself for a mistake that led to a family fallout. He carried this guilt silently, believing he didn't deserve happiness. But as he began to work with his subconscious, writing letters of forgiveness, speaking affirmations of worthiness, he felt a shift. He began to heal, not just emotionally, but physically. His relationships transformed. Life began to respond differently to him, because he had changed his internal narrative. The book also emphasizes that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. If we see chaos, lack, or conflict outside of us, we are encouraged not to judge but to look within. What beliefs, fears, or stories are we still holding onto? Instead of trying to change the world forcefully, we are invited to change the image we hold within, and trust that the outer will eventually align. This doesn't mean we become passive, but that our actions become inspired rather than reactive. When our subconscious is aligned with our highest vision, even small steps become powerful. One of the most enlightening chapters dives into the influence of childhood programming. The subconscious is most impressionable between the ages of 0 and 7. During this time, we absorb beliefs like sponges, from our parents, teachers, media, and society. If we were told money is hard to earn, we likely struggle with wealth. If we were taught to suppress emotions, we may find it difficult to form deep connections. But the book offers hope. We are not doomed by our past programming. We are creators, not victims. By bringing awareness to these patterns, we begin the process of rewriting them. Through repetition, emotion, and intention, we can install new beliefs that serve our growth. The book closes with a call to courage, a reminder that working with the subconscious mind is not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and transformation. It asks us to take full responsibility for our inner world, to become conscious of our thoughts, to treat ourselves with compassion, and to believe in possibilities beyond logic. It urges us to let go of limiting identities and step into the vast potential that lies within. This is not about becoming someone else, but about remembering who we truly are beneath the layers of fear and doubt. Ultimately, the subconscious mind is not just a book, it is a mirror, a tool, and a teacher. It reminds us that we are powerful beyond measure, not because of what we do, but because of what we are made of: energy, intention, and boundless potential. It whispers that every thought is a seed, every belief a building block, and every feeling a brushstroke painting the canvas of our lives. As we learn to work with our subconscious, not against it, we begin to live with more alignment, more grace, and more purpose. We become deliberate creators, not accidental survivors. We awaken, not just to life, but to the extraordinary truth that within us lies the key to everything we seek.